subscribe to my channel. We're all about love, positivity, being a girl boss, and everything in that vicinity. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to grow your email list. If you saw the last video where I talked about how to grow traffic to your blog, then you know that some of you asked me to do a video on growing email lists, because that is a big key to growing your blog and to keep your audience focused on you as you try to continue to do things like affiliate links, blogging, YouTube even. Having an email list for your business of any kind is always going to be a plus and something that you should definitely invest in. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, is how to grow that email list, because even if Instagram shuts down, Twitter, Facebook, everything, you will always have email. If you're new to the channel, then go ahead and subscribe and turn the notification bell so you don't miss any future girl boss videos. If you're not new to this channel, then welcome back. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me as much as I love you. And yeah, let's get into the video. So the first and one of the biggest tips for growing your email list is to have lead magnets. And when I say that, is to give people a reason to actually subscribe to your email list. One of which being things like ebooks, freebies, tutorials, things like that. One of the things that I've given away for my social media email list is a free 100 optimal hashtags for your Instagram, and that was how I got people for that. And then I have a productive positivity morning checklist for people to subscribe to my self-development email list. Yes, I have two email lists, one for the self-development, productivity, girl boss side of things, and then one strictly for business, entrepreneurship, and social media. They're both related, so I do have a lot of people who subscribe to both, but some people are just here for the self-development content and some people are just here for social media content. So I did want to have two separate email lists for those two separate niches and target audiences. So I have two separate lead magnets for those two things. I get a good lead magnet depending on your niche. If you have something that involves hair, then get a lead magnet, some sort of freebie, free information, a mini ebook. An ebook really does not take as long as you think, for just simple step-by-step tutorials for things, and you can offer that for free in exchange for people's emails. Second thing is to have pop-ups. And when I say pop-ups, I mean on your website. When people get onto my website, after a few seconds of them being on there and browsing, something will pop up saying, hey, if you want to get notifications for such and such and such and such, or if you guys want to hear more from me, then subscribe to my email list and you'll get emails from me. And I have that on each page of my website. I think I want to say each page, but I have to go through and re-look at my website stuff because some stuff has been acting up lately. And then on my actual blog sites, you have not only, on my actual blog post page, not only does it have the pop-up for people to subscribe, but it also gets specific, talking about whether or not they want to subscribe to the social media page or whether or not they want to subscribe to the self-development email list, or they want to subscribe to both. So you get a checklist and you can decide which one you want to do. So that's one of the things that I'm doing. But pop-ups are important because people are not thinking about subscribing necessarily when they're reading a blog post or when they're first checking out your website. And when it pops up, they're like, oh yeah, I'd love to subscribe. I'd love to hear more. I'd love to see more about what they're about. Another thing is to create blog posts and create content that has lead magnets in them. So create content that brings people to your email list, that talk about your freebies, that talk about your ebooks, that talk about things that if people want more of, they have to subscribe to your email list. It's important to include your email list in your content that you create and that you give to your audience, so that people know that is an option if they want to have off your website exclusive access to certain things. In order to include blog posts that talk about, hey, if you're interested in more productivity tips and tricks, after giving them 10 tips and tricks in productivity, then subscribe to my email list and have that be there as well. Next, which is a really big one that I feel like I talk about whenever I'm talking about blogging, anything related to blogging or online marketing even, is Pinterest. Pinterest has become one of my favorite platforms for blogging. Now, before I started doing blogging, I really wasn't that into Pinterest, but Pinterest is one of the best websites to get traffic to your blog. When you have lead magnets like your freebies and things, creating pin images and including that in your weekly pins and things, that will lead a ridiculous amount of traffic to your email list. A ridiculous amount. You have no idea. Like when I started promoting my 100 hashtags on my Pinterest, The amount of leads that I got just from that alone was ridiculous. And so yeah, you definitely want to utilize Pinterest. If you're not utilizing Pinterest for your business, your blog, whatever, you are failing. There are people who are now starting to use Pinterest for even YouTube, and I haven't necessarily dived into that yet, but I'm thinking about it. And if I do, then I will create an entire video just talking about how to use Pinterest for your YouTube channel. I just need to figure that out per se. But yeah, and if you're interested in learning how to use Pinterest for your blog or to grow your email list, then look in the description box below and you'll see that I am an affiliate for a Pinterest e-course by Elle Duclos, or Duclos. I'll put her name up here. But I have a affiliate for her e-course, and it is really amazing, and it's really how I got started on Pinterest and started my Pinterest journey to success. Tip number 5 is to keep those who are a part of your email list interested. First of all, do not bombard people with a ridiculous amount of emails. When I get too many emails from the same person, I promise you, I unsubscribe, because I'm like, you're harassing me, leave me alone. I send 1 email a week from one list and 1 email every 2 weeks from another list, because it's based on your niche. Now, mind you, this is based on your niche and how much your audience needs. But for my niche, my self-development, social media niche, 1 week or once every other week works. Figure out a schedule for your email list. Don't just send out random emails. They should be knowing when to expect an email from you. So once a week, twice a week, once every other week, whenever it is that you decide is best and that you know you can actually stick to and handle that schedule, then keep that up and make sure that the content that you're providing via email list is worthy. Give valuable information, things that are exclusive, that you're not telling everybody, things that's only for your email list. Do giveaways via your email list. Do exclusive discounts only for people in your email list. Different things like that. It's so important to make sure that the emails that you are sending out from your email list keeps people, because people can subscribe to your email list all day. All your lead magnets can work and all that other stuff, but if you're not giving them solid quality emails, the unsubscribing will happen just as fast as the subscribing happens. So you need to make sure that with the content that you're giving is valuable. People are so full of quantity nowadays on online marketing, just putting out a whole bunch of content. That includes a lot of y'all YouTubers. Put out so much content, trying to put out content all the time, that you forget that quality is a lot more important than quantity. Putting out just a bunch of trash behind YouTube videos is not cute. So I would much rather see people who post once a week or once every other week even, and they be good videos that I'm interested in, that are good quality, than people who just put out anything, right, even if it's not good. There are a lot of videos that I record a lot of videos all the time, but there are a lot of videos that I don't put out, because once I go back and watch it, I see that either you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking in circles, what I'm saying doesn't make any sense, it's not good quality, the lighting is bad, the sound is bad, something does not work, and I don't want to put that out and give that to you guys, because I want you guys to get the best of me, and I want you guys to get the information. Now mind you, there's still some things about my quality that I plan to fix and work on and to make better, especially in the situation that I'm in right now, where I'm having to record into my car. I'll admit that this is not ideal, but I still try to make sure that you guys can see me well, you guys can hear me well, and the content and the information that I'm giving you is of value, and that is like the main important things as far as I am concerned. Now, you know, some people feel differently, but as far as I'm concerned, those are the most important things. And so when it comes to my email list, I do the same way. I am not all fancy. I'm a very simplistic person. I do not like all fancy stuff. I hate when people do too much in email lists. It's not Instagram. Calm down. But I do like it to be aesthetically pleasing, and I do like for the information to be valuable. Compact, short, and sweet, and to the point, but also valuable information. And I try to do that, especially for my social media list. I try to make sure that if you're not a client of mine and I'm not running your social media, that at the very least, giving you good content so that you know that, first of all, I do know what I'm talking about, and second of all, you can get good advice for your own social media, so that even if you're not a client, you can still get value from me and the things that I do know about growing your social media and online marketing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Those are all of my tips for how to grow your email list. If there's anything else involving blogs, email lists, anything like that you guys would like me to give you, blog post ideas, anything, let me know down in the comment section down below, and I promise you that I will get to it eventually. One of you guys did actually request this video, and it took me a long time, I'll admit, but here it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, then go ahead, and you haven't already, then go ahead and subscribe and turn the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos about blogging, girl boss stuff, entrepreneurship, being a girl boss, and you know, all the stuff in that vicinity that I love so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.